Volunteers of America. Volunteers of America was founded in 1896, and the word volunteerism derives from military context, and to volunteer one's time and service to others was a full-time commitment. The founders of Volunteers of America, Maud and Bellington Booth, and other early members of the organization came to call themselves Volunteers of America because they volunteered their whole lives to help people in need. This included not only volunteering their time, but also their hearts, their spirits, and their professional. Today, Volunteers of America helps more than 2 million people in over 400 communities in almost every state in the US through programs that are staffed by full-time, paid professionals who have adopted the same ideal of service as their full-time commitment. However, that does not mean that they do not also depend on an army of modern-day volunteers who offer their spare time to support the programs nationwide. The total amount of volunteers in the program would be about 65,000 volunteers, and in 2011 they devoted an entire 1 million hours to the cause. That's a lot of hours. The volunteers in Volunteers America, they perform a wide array of work, and this not only being delivering meals or helping homeless people or such, they also help families, the normal families and youth. And in 2002, Volunteers America partnered with the Major League Baseball Players Trust to create Action Team with a goal to promote the nurturing and well-being of America's children and their families. The partnership features the personal involvement of Major League Baseball players and high school students as volunteers, with a variety of programs conducted by Volunteers America throughout the United States. And to date, action teams of high school students and major leaguers across the country have inspired more than 40,000 high school students to help out more than 150,000 people in need by volunteering to their community.
Working to end homelessness. Volunteers of America works to prevent and end homelessness for individuals and families. As one of the largest recipients of federal homeless assistance grant, Volunteers of America reaches out to homeless individuals through street outreach and mobile outreach services. Once Volunteers of America engage homeless individuals, youth and families with children, we stay with them for as long as it takes to return them to self-sufficiency, providing assistance that range from paying a first month rent to offering permanent supporting housing so that people with disabilities can become stable and productive members of their communities. Housing. For Volunteers of America and the people we support, a home is far more than shelter. It's the foundation of life. We guide individuals and families by providing not only safe, affordable housing, but also the vital support service they need to thrive. We are one of the nation's largest non-profit providers of quality, affordable housing for low and moderate income households. We create and manage housing for the homeless, families with children, the elderly, and people with disabilities, including physical and mental disabilities. Wherever there are people who need homes, Volunteers of America will be there, extending a smile and a helping hand.
Everyone can help. The volunteers have discovered that everyone has a talent to give. Tapping into people's skills and knowledge create a more meaningful experience for the volunteer and those he or she deserves. It can be an expertise in a certain field, to the ability to make other people feel assured, cared for and safe. No matter what the talent or gift a volunteer shares with others, it helps to sustain a culture of relationship building among many groups, including your seniors and business and other charitable organizations. Everyone has a talent and a unique perspective, and when they share with those in need, it helps to foster positive effect in their community, creating a new dimension in their own life and the life they touch.